Here we go. And welcome to episode 408 of the Pittsburgh Nerd Podcast. I'm Sean.
I'm Ian, and this is the only podcast that says
I'm not prepared and didn't have my phone up like a dumbass. So give me a second while I grab this week's quote. Here we go. You know, it's funny that you would talk about people who died in my arms. Because when I held Harley Quinn and she was bleeding and dying, she begged me with her last breath that when I kill you, and make no mistake, I will fucking kill you, that I do it slow. I'm going to honor that promise. How are you, sir?
I'm good.
Yeah. We're gonna get to the main event in a bit.
Yeah.
But I've got to tell you, today, me and Nancy, we made the trip to Big Rigs.
What?
The barbecue place I talked about last week. You're like what? We spent like a half hour talking about this barbecue place I wanted to go to. Oh, it was fucking amazing.
Really?
Oh, let me tell you. So I want to tell the story in whole, so we get the whole story here. I want to be upfront, honest, and everything. So we talked about this place last week. We talked about it ad nauseum for like 15, 20 minutes. and I don't know, like I was excited. I really wanted to go to this place. And when I, for the podcast, I use a website called Buffer where I create 10 tweets that I space out over 2 days. And one of those tweets that I created was, talking about my jonesing for good barbecue and talking about this restaurant, Big Rigs. So I think that tweet went out on Monday. That was a Monday tweet. Well, they replied back saying, "Can't wait for you to come." Because I tagged,
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay, cool. Can't wait to be there. So we go out today, and it's just like right over the hill, like from where that Mexican place that you like is, and that shopping center has got big lots and the exchange, and there's a bowling alley there. It's like right there, Center Road, and it's just like right over the hill, like if you were to blink, you'd miss it. So we go in, and you order at the counter. You walk in and you order at the counter and you take a seat. So we ordered. We looked at, they had a big board and we ordered our food and grabbed a seat. I went and I got us our drinks, and then they had a fountain, serve yourself fountain. And I sat down at the table and I just tweeted, because I figure for show purposes, hey, I'm at Big Rigs, gonna satisfy this barbecue craving, something along those lines. Like, and that was that. And they bring our food, and I ordered the brisket and the cornbread, and Nancy got a turkey club sandwich with the braised cabbage.
Okay.
So I'm digging in, and the food was delicious. Like my brisket was amazing. The cornbread was fantastic. Nancy's standing up. She wants certain things pointed out, so she's gonna stand here and she's waiting to see if I make the points that she wants made. Important points to her. But so the brisket's amazing. The cornbread's amazing. Her turkey club, like the turkey was fantastic. I'm not a fan of cabbage myself, but she loved the braised cabbage. Like, the food is amazing. And I'm eating slowly because I'm trying to savor every bite, And they had sauce, I was spraying a little sauce on the plate and dipping my meat in that. I mean, it was just fantastic. And out of nowhere, the woman who was working the register comes over and says, Do you operate a podcast? And I'm like, yeah, I do. And like, oh, well, the owner, like, they're like, well, we're gonna take care of you. Do you want something else? We'll bring you. And they brought us like a sampler.
No way.
Yeah, they brought us a sampler, and it was like some pork belly, which I was gonna get to go. Like, I was gonna get some pork belly to go because I wanted to try the pork belly too. And so there was like a few slices of pork belly, so a few slices of turkey, some barbecue riblets, and some more of the braised cabbage on the house.
Oh, nice.
I like, they treated us like we were celebrities.
That's good.
Like, giving us a sampler. And like, I just wanted to say, like, we are a piss ant podcast. Right. That very few people, like, I appreciate the royal treatment that you're giving. And like, people were coming over like, how is everything? Like, we got like, and I'm sure like their service was good to begin with before they realized I was a internationally renowned podcaster. But right. Like, they upped the game. Like, the chefs were coming out. Like, is everything to your satisfaction? Yeah, everything's fantastic, dude. It's fan-fucking-tastic. But even before, like, the service was nice, but like, clearly, like, they're thinking I'm somebody important now, and they're treating me like royalty, and I felt like Nancy's shocked. Like, it's the first time in the 7+ years that we've been doing this podcast that like anybody has been like, wow, you have a podcast, let me take care of you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, 7+ years. I mean, I have tagged, like, and I've tagged plenty of like places that I've eaten and like nobody's responded. I tag Red Bull like 2 or 3 times a year. Like, hey, I drink a Red Bull for every fucking episode. Red Bull has done nothing for us,
Right.
And shit like that. And like, these people are like, thank you so much for coming to our fine establishment. Thank you for gracing it. And I'm like, I am fucking nobody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I mean, and let me get to Nancy's points. So first off, the woman who worked up front, like, she took care of us. Like I said, even before, like they were like, oh, you're the guy from the podcast. She treated us very, very well. The service was like I said, the service was very, very good. Like, when she brought, and then after they found out who we were, quote unquote, like, she gave us a description of like what every, like, this is the pork belly, this is the rub that we use, and it's smoked this long, and this is the turkey. Like, she gave us a description of everything that was being given to us, like, which was like nice. Like, I was like, oh wow, okay, like, and then Nancy also wanted me to point out, like, you can see back into the kitchen. It's an open kitchen, and she was very impressed with the fact that everybody was masked the entire time, and everybody was wearing gloves and was changing those gloves on a regular basis.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, these are important things to Nancy. And the third and final point that I'm going to make as she stares at me is that the floor was not carpeted.
Okay.
She hates carpeted floors in restaurants. These are words of advice she's taken from the guy who did Restaurant Impossible. So this is like one of her, like, so she hates going to a restaurant that has carpet on the floor. There was no carpet. She was very, very happy with that. So those were Nancy's points of emphasis, on top of the fact that, like, she like absolutely devoured half of that turkey club and was just mowing on that fucking braised cabbage. And she's like, you're taking that braised cabbage home, right? That second portion, that's coming home with us, right? I'm like, yeah, it's coming. We're taking it home. So she was like, she's mowing on that now. She's enjoying that. I let me just say this much. I do not want to be in that bedroom tonight. You know what I mean? But
it doesn't even look chewed.
But getting back on point of the conversation here,
I think you said bumhole brace, please.
Yeah. Yeah. So, like the cashier, the hostess, whatever you want to refer to her as, and she came over and she was telling us, like, you know, apparently the owner of the restaurant listened to the podcast last week.
Oh, nice.
And then made all the employees listen to it as well.
Oh shit! They're probably like, oh god.
I was like, I am really. I mean, we're an acquired taste. Like, there's no doubt about it. Like, you know, like I am really sorry your boss made you do that. You know, I appreciate the listens. I can't thank him enough, but you know, it's us. You know, hopefully, like, cut out just the portion we talked about the restaurant. But overall, like, even before, like, this is what I want to emphasize, like, even before they thought I was like some sort of F-list celebrity of some type, the service was very good. The food was very good. You know, just based upon that initial interaction on the kibasi, we brought home kibasi, and the kibasi was fucking amazing. But based upon just based upon the initial interaction before they rolled out the red carpet for us,
Right.
Like, we were both talking about, this is amazing, and we need to come back and try other things. Like, we were already talking about it, and you know, I'm not a big barbecue person. Every once in a while I get a taste for it, and neither is Nancy. But we were both like this is really fucking good. Oh yeah. So what Nancy feels we need to do, and the owner has invited us back, you know, clearly. But like, he's like, make sure you let me know when you're coming. I want to meet you. I'm like, okay, great. But I think like at some point, like, me and you should go.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah, like, just like me and you, just maybe in 2 or 3 weeks, just load up, head up there, and you know, because you know, your love of meat is well known on this podcast.
Oh yeah, I can just sit down and fucking hammer some meat down.
Yeah.
Hey. No, I'm just kidding. No, but
Hey. Yeah.
But
so yeah, Nancy feels that this should be a P&P road trip. That we go up there and indulge in some barbecue, because like I even, like, I'm to the point, like, after having that brisket, and that brisket was so damn good.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to try it on that toast and cheese sandwich. Like, I'll probably order it without the tomato jam, but like the thought of that being on like a good toast and cheese, like, has my mouth watering right now. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, oh man, that sounds good. And that cornbread was so damn good.
Yeah, now you're making me hungry for it.
Yeah. Oh.
Might be less than 3 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll come pick you up in the new hoopty and
we'll go.
Check it out. Yeah. But yeah, so that was my experience. I mean, it was unique being treated different.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I hate it felt awkward to me, because it's like I'm nobody. You know what I mean? Like I know I tweeted about it, and you know, but like we're a nothing podcast. I hate that. Like, I feel like I'm robbing you, but
no, we have some listeners.
Yeah, we have some listeners, and I mean, like, the other thing is, like, Otter, like, on Monday texted me, and he's like, yeah, Big Rigs is legit.
Yeah.
And you know, Otter knows.
Yeah.
He knows his way around a restaurant. So
yeah, I'm curious myself. You know,